I'm not back yet. I swear. Don't you like that? I come out of the gate, like, blatantly lying. I'm not here yet. I'm here. Just give me a second, okay? Give me a second. I've got one or two things I need to do before anything else. Okay, so calm your butts. You don't calm your butts, you know what's gonna happen? You're not gonna have a butt no more. Yeah, that's right. I am able to get rid of butts by, like, on command. Poof! All your butts are gone. Yeah, how do you feel about that, huh? Sure, you feel fantastic. I do. I feel pretty dang good. Let me see. I'm just trying to get the last little thing set up, okay? Just the last. It's good. It's good stuff. Okay, we're almost ready. We're gonna get there. Don't worry. Oh, wait, Malik, you never had a butt? Yeah, I retroactively remove people's butts as well. I am that powerful. I am a magician capable of destroying... Nope. I was gonna say capable of destroying butts, but that sounds not quite like I intended. Okay. Well, everybody, this is Kusog7ande. Hey, you didn't know that, did ya? Hey, you probably knew that. Can I remove some waistline too, as long as we're taking off the butt? Sure. Chop, chop. Bam, waistline. Thinned down. You have a fine waistline chat, okay? Y'all are beautiful. Oh, fine. I'll give you your butts back. Poof. You've got your butts back. I honestly think that I'm ready to move on, though. Let's go ahead and head on over to the reveal. Crappy, take us past the scary witch. Oh, gee, she's brewing something. There's a lot of frog in that potion, but not a lot of anything else. A little bat, a lot of frog. Luckily, I don't think our next GM is a frog, nor are they a bat. Please welcome on in the person who I made suffer earlier this week. Novasol! Oh, look at that grumpy little face. Look at that grumpy face. I like it. Hey, Novasol, how you doing? You doing good? You doing great?
I am great.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, Novasol, I'm so glad to see you. By the way, thank you so much, Trisha Bunny, for the subscription. Thank you for keeping us running here. It is extremely helpful. Novasol, though, I know that you have had a couple sources of pain lately. You had surgery recently.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, which was...
Then I had the grudge match,
and then
which was more painful.
Oh, Weird Dreams is fine. It's a fine game.
I disagree. Okay. I hate pianos now.
Actually, yeah, I disagree as well. It's not a good game. Do not play Weird Dreams if you can avoid it. But if you can't avoid it, then at least play it publicly so that people can laugh at you, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Novasol happened, I think about 40 minutes in, happened to accidentally get into the piano room and was there for the rest of the match. Still won, but... yeah, that place is an absolute nightmare and a half. But still, I enjoyed it. I'm really glad you got to play it.
I'm gonna have to go back someday and settle that grudge. Against the piano.
Against the piano. I am going to hide my piano from you. Well, Novasol, you know, you've had that pain. I feel... Everybody, if you missed the grudge match games that we had on Friday over at the GDQ channel, you really need to go watch the matches. There were 4 games, and it was just absolutely a blast. I spent so much time just preparing and stressing about it, and it went fantastic. I'm really glad about it.
It was a really fun time. All 4 matches were amazing.
Yeah, for sure. Well, you're giving out a game today that I actually am not familiar with. I'm excited. What is this game?
Oh, I'm so happy, bro. I had a big milestone for a GM today. I had my first veto. So I get to be rude now.
Wait, you only had one veto and you think you
This
can
is
be
my
rude?
Absolutely, that's how I roll. So,
Oh,
today, we have Hippodrome for the arcade.
I don't know what this is, but I do know Data East, and let me just say...
Oh, we love Data East.
Oh, we do. Data East is, simply put, a common, it's a love language, is what I would say. You know, Data East is nothing but pure joy and something. Oh my gosh, come on, I can do this. I'm just gonna work on getting everything captured and accidentally messing everything up and then having to go and do it again, and that's fine. That's what Data East is all about. But yeah, tell me a little bit about what we're gonna see today. We've got Hippodrome. Is this a platformer? Yes. Is it a...
It is kind of a boss rush kind of game. You have a swordsman, you have a high attack, a low attack, a mid attack. You can block, you can jump, and you just fight a bunch of really cheap bosses. And we're gonna go by score today, because you get score by doing damage to them.
Oh,
so it's
really?
basically the same as basically the same as progress.
Okay, good to know. If there are other ways to rack up points, then players
if there
may
were,
be
I didn't
able...
find them.
Well,
there's no infinite spawning enemies or anything of that nature.
Yeah, but I know our players. Sometimes they manage to find something that I don't manage to find. With that said, that is always exciting to me that like we have a very clear metric to use for scoring, and we may see that the players find some sort of way to abuse that, and that is fun. But with that said, I also really like I'm very limited when it comes to my arcade knowledge. I do know that there's a lot of arcade jank out there, especially from Korea, but this is not a Korean game.
No, Data East is a Japanese company, so
yeah, Data East tends to be very hit and miss with the quality, but they are often very much a hit when it comes to memorability.
The music in this game is pretty good. It's got like the same composer as Bad Dudes, so it's gonna be kind of in that wheelhouse.
We're bad. Oh, I love Bad Dudes. Bad Dudes legit has some fantastic music as well. Well,
yeah.
I think that I am just waiting for Clades now. Clades is going to be providing our audio today, and I will just want Clades to play a tiny bit of audio. Otherwise, I am set up and ready to roll here. We've got Hippodrome. Hippodrome. Everybody got a hippodrome. Hippodrome.
Oh, there are no hippos, sadly. A lot of other things, but no hippos.
Well, I mean, that's not what a hippodrome is all about.
I know, but I wish it was.
Yeah.
Hippos are cute.
I wish we had hippos in the hippodrome. So, question, how many credits are they allowed to use?
Because it's score attack.
Okay, 1.
Yes.
If
you continue, your score resets, so...
Oh,
they've been instructed to restart.
I'm gonna go ahead and make an adjustment so so the audio doesn't keep trying to cut out every time I hear, oh! It looks like all of the players are ready to begin. So chat, I need you to spam all of your action, sword, emotes, dragons if you've got them. What else? What else would be good?
There's some gorgons, lizard men. There's some ninjas later on that we might see. Just all sorts of like monsters and weapons would be pretty good.
Okay. Spam them, everybody. Keep them coming in because we are gonna start as soon as I see movement in the first stage. Yay! So, do they get to choose the character they play as?
They do.
Perfect.
Well, no, they get to choose their boss that they fight. So there's 3 that you can choose from initially, and they've all selected the Gorgon.
Okay.
the Gorgon whips you with its tail and, you know, stabs you.
I'd say that,
But
like,
it's-
that's completely fine if they want to start there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this game has some very curious ideas about iframes. As you'll probably notice on Ellipse's break screen, he just got completely rushed down, and that's gonna happen. You gotta learn the boss's patterns, learn when they're vulnerable, and when to push them back.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think that I've managed to make it so that it's a little less chaotic, like when the audio gets louder and quieter, but this is just a mess. Okay.
Oh.
Clades kills the
Concave?
Gorgon. Good.
Yep. So you get fight money, and with that, you go to a shop. You can buy upgraded weapons and health here. By the way, this is one of those games where you don't get your health back. Not all of it,
Why
anyway.
would you get your health back? That just sounds too useful, you know? Clades is already saying in Discord that this game is dreadful, and I can sort of understand that. Yeah, I think that start with a boss next time that you have to restart. Try to fight a different boss first, just to see like if you can learn how they work, and then probably your best attempt is going to be starting from the bosses who you know you can defeat, and just making a good string of fights. That's a game over for Clades. That's fine. This early on, not a huge deal.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing that a lot. This game isn't terribly long if you know what you're doing. It's about 10 minutes. Something like 9 bosses to kill. If we have anyone who actually beats the game, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, I don't foresee that.
No.
At least yet.
Well, I know what horrors await beyond the veil. They're not going to be there. Yeah, this is just, they're gonna throw themselves into the meat grinder. They're gonna experiment with the different weapons, see what works.
Okay.
Neitzel has got a battle axe.
Very nice.
Battle axe is very short range, but it does a lot of damage.
Okay.
Like, you'll notice he hit the lizard man twice, and it's already lost most of its health.
Well, good. Take that, lizard man. I don't even like you. Yeah. Ellipsis break has 21,000. I think that's a 1. It's a very
that's
fat
a 1.
So, yeah, actually, one other advantage of like being able to kill a few weaker enemies early on is that you do get to buy some items that can be helpful for you. So Clay's currently using the battle axe, I believe.
And that is the best weapon. It's very short range, but it does the most damage. The halberd is the most expensive weapon, and that's 100% a trap option.
Are you serious? Oh, fun.
Yes.
Hey, Tartarus! Clade's going to fight Tartarus. Ow. Did Clade... What happened? Like, I thought Clade's died.
You get more than 1 life.
What?
I think you get 3. But
okay.
they only have 1 credit.
That's fair.
We would know if Clades continue, because his score would be 0.
Neitzel has killed 3 enemies here and is currently moving on to the 4th. Neitzel in an early lead fighting this Scorpion man. It's Saucity Vader. I hate him.
He's about as rude as Saucity Vader, too.
Although Scorpions normally do not shoot web, as far as I'm aware.
I don't think they use tridents either, but...
Yeah, it's complicated, you know? It's complicated.
Immediately bailing out of the Scorpion to try the Wizard.
Yeah.
It was probably an easier fight.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is pretty intense already. I like it. So, this game came out in 1989 for arcade, released by Data East. It's very simple, mythology-themed, you know. I do like the whole idea of fighting all of these mythological creatures and just having you be the human instead.
Yeah.
Because this easily could have been a fighter instead, but like if it's a two-person fighter, it's going to be very difficult to actually like balance all of the characters like this out, you know? So having it just be one person versus computer allows the computer to be a lot cheaper in many ways.
Oh yeah, they are cheap in so many exciting ways. Like I mentioned before, the iframes are kind of not really a thing. But eventually your health bar is just kind of an aesthetic choice. You take a lot of damage.
Yeah.
You gotta be very careful how you approach.
Oh, people are noting that apparently this is a fighter. So if this is a fighter, does one person plays the human and the other person plays as one of the monsters?
I believe you both play as the human. I have not actually played it two-player.
That sounds so boring. I don't want to do that.
I love Data East sound effects so much.
Data East is so good. Okay, you both play as a human. I don't want to do that. I want to play as a monster. I want to be a monster.
If you put a multiplayer mode in this and you don't let people play as the Gorgon, what's even the point?
Yeah, that's dumb. I wouldn't, like, not necessarily the Gorgon. I can be anything else, but, like, jeez. I want to be something other than a boring, dumb human. Yeah, it looks like Clades has opted to go with either the mace or the hammer, whatever you want to call this. And it's working out pretty well.
It's got better range than the axe at the expense of a little damage. It's a legit choice, too.
Yeah.
However, some enemies are resistant to certain weapons.
Like love. They're all resistant to love.
I mean, look, I don't know what that lizard man's doing. We don't know his personal life.
I don't know.
I mean, that lizard man could be a very attentive lover, and you'd never know because it's not part of the game. He's only here to kill.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe he has a wife, like a wizard wife. Not wizard. Lizard wife, lizard kids. Maybe he has, like, a human wife. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. But we're killing him. And we got it. That's just the rules. That's the
rule of the
here.
Hippodrome.
Yeah. You just two people. Actually, no. Only one person enters the Hippodrome, and then something else does as well, and then one of the two dies. That's how the Hippodrome works. Yep.
So Clades has discovered you can break the lizard man's shield, which is a pretty good way to go about it, because then you can just bully the lizard to death.
Okay.
Backing it into a corner. That's actually a good strat for a lot of bosses, is just getting all up in their business and pushing them back as far as you can. Like so.
Whoa! That is a game over, but still, 23,000 points. What we're doing here is judging based off of their score. Essentially, score is the best way to measure if they have made much progress on enemies. There are technically ways that if you have multiple lives and you know that you can rack up some points on certain bosses before they kill you, like you could get them down to 1 bar of health, and depending on the enemy, maybe do that 1 or 2 times and then just kill them over and like 2 or 3 times. You could rank up some extra points, but it's probably not going to be worth it. Ellipsis onto a dragon.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man. Oh, that's a poor choice. Brought the halberd. So it has long range, but it only does 1 damage. The gimmick is some enemies kind of have armor, and it pierces that. But the dragon doesn't, so it's kind of bad.
I like that. One thing to note is that every weapon, every time that you hit, as far as I can see, it gives you 100 points. So,
yes.
If you do bring a weaker weapon into a fight and kill an enemy, you can rank up a few more points, but time might actually be more beneficial than the damage that you deal.
You get way more points just for killing something, and it's just way safer. You die so quickly in this game that you're better off just bringing a higher damage weapon if you can get away with it.
NPC in chat is saying that he is offended that Hippodrome is on Kusog7ande. Well, I didn't choose the game, but I actually think this is a correct choice already.
You love this game? I mean, you can love a bad game. That's kind of the whole idea.
To love games that other people don't love. And you are allowed to love bad stuff. Like, there's some games that you could... Okay, shut up. I'm trying to talk, Lizard Man. Stop it. Okay. You're allowed to like bad things, okay? 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. Let me see. How many seconds? 60, 120... That's 160 seconds, but you got 1,140 points for it? I don't know. I'm actually I'm just trying to figure out how to squeeze as many points out of this game as possible so that you can get a really good score. And I do think that maybe a weak weapon, later on when you get good, I think that maybe a weaker weapon would be better than a fast murder weapon. Maybe.
Possibly. You get points for the amount of health you've got left, too.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing. I'm just like trying to figure out how you could metagame this, you know? Dragon's Breath. Yeah, everybody, like, you said that it's a poor choice to go with the dragon, but this early on, you really are just trying to gain information about how to best approach the dragon so that you have one good push to beat your best high score, you know? Right now, Plates is at 40,280 points. I do not know if that's the highest score that we've seen, but Clades is making some very good pushes already this early on. I would not fight the dragon right now. Again, I would go with one of the other bosses if possible.
Yeah, when they get back there, I would not be surprised just to see which boss was easiest.
Oh, yeah.
For that section, because you would rack up more money as well doing that.
Everybody just yells so loud. Like, the noises are not... Okay, not noises. The sound effects are not balanced at all. Some of them are noises.
Welcome to the Data East world.
Yeah, I mean, I played the Data East, her pinball game, Hook, and I would also agree that sounds a lot better in person, but if you're just going to, like, cram everything into, like, an emulated arcade machine, it would probably be a little bit difficult to get everything well balanced, and yeah, this game just has some very loud and very quiet things, and it hurts. But, you know, some of the people who worked on this did audio for Bad Dudes. We've got RoboCop on here. 2 Crude Dudes. Oh, geez, 2 Crude Dudes, really?
Yeah.
Another one of the audio people worked on, oh my gosh, DK Jungle Climber. That sounds amazing.
Oh.
Magical Drop Games, Nitro Ball, Joe and Mac Caveman Ninja. We've got Bloody Wolf all over these people. Bloody Wolf is everywhere.
I love me some Magical Drop.
But yeah, the audio is not particularly well balanced, is what I would say. But that's not necessarily a problem if you're, like, having an arcade game. Arcades are very noisy.
Yeah, it would have been drowned out by everything else back in the day. Ooh, Concave is taking down Saucity Vader.
Take that, Saucity Vader. Nobody likes you. I actually don't know the name of any, like, most of the enemies here. I mean, we've got the Gorgon, we've got Elysium that Concave is going after. Elysium is actually supposed to be a place, isn't it?
Yeah,
actually,
it is.
Wait. Tartarus is as well. So, like, the name that it shows you is the name of the area that you're going to, right? I think so.
I've never really paid that much attention. You might be right.
I think that the names of the different hippodromes matter more. Yeah. Clades, for example, go into Archeron. Yeah, Zalaxon is saying these are all mythological locales. Okay. And Concave has racked up 64,424 or 64,420. There we go.
We're seeing some good progress already. Like 16 minutes in, they're getting about halfway through the game.
Ah!
They're honestly doing better than I had expected they might.
Haha! Yeah, Gehenna Zalaxon is noting that it's not really like a Greek mythology place. That is true. You're saying that it's a Hebrew underground, but I am showing that it is in the anime Blue Exorcist, huh? How about that? Okay, that's actually like more of a joke than anything else. It is a historic valley surrounding ancient Jerusalem, and it is used in other places, other things as well, yeah.
Oh, that's so rude! What happened to Clades? He just got trapped by a firewall in the corner.
Oh no. I don't want to do
that.
No,
he can do that!
So yeah, I apparently Neitzel has moved into the lead here with the score 83,000 points. That is huge. What I also like about
he has 5 kills. Oh, sorry.
What I like about this is that even if somebody does quote unquote beat the game, that doesn't mean they will necessarily come in first. They'll have to jump back in and try to get a better score than what they got before.
Right.
So yeah, it's just really important to pay attention to what is the most valuable here. And I'm still not completely sure. Oh my gosh, Neitzel, you got Poison, you got Spider-Man. Yeah, this is not working for you.
It was going well until he died.
So's life. So is life, you know? Okay, so Gehenna is also used for the realm in which the wicked expiate their sins. Yeah, you bad? You be a bad boy, you go to Gehenna, get tortured a little bit. Actually, I don't know if it's a little bit. It might be for a while, you know?
So Neitzel has stumbled onto the strategy I use to beat the game, which is down stabbing with the axe. It does a lot of damage.
Yeah, there we go. Double victory on the right side of the screen. Neitzel and Clades. Good job there. Yeah, honestly, wow, Neitzel, 116,000 points. For sure, this is the best that the players have made so far. But Neitzel still has 2 more fights before Twim
the Paradises. Oh, now we fight 2 enemies at once.
Well, yeah, the Twims.
The Twims.
The Twims. Are you ready for the Twim?
Yeah, they love to just combo you to death. Although, Neitzel actually has a lot of max health. He has chosen one specific weapon, and then it dumped everything else into maximum life, and that is honestly the best way to go about it.
Ah, gotcha. So, from what I can see is that there is there are the Twin Paradises in the Forgotten Realms lore. Forgotten Realms is D&D, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so that is something within D&D lore.
Yeah. Eatsel almost won against the Twims on the first try. I'm honestly a little shocked.
Those dang Twims! I tell ya.
Yeah, 117,000. It's a pretty good watermark right now.
That is a very nice best score this early on. I mean, we've got 40 minutes left.
I didn't think we would see someone clear the game, but at this rate, I think Neitzel could do it.
This is, yeah, for Neitzel, this game is really working out. With games like this, usually what you're trying to do is figure out what is going to be the best cheese strat for all of the enemies here. And I'm not really sure if there's a solid strat for all of the enemies here, but at least for some, like, at least one article that I saw, just attack more than you get attacked and you'll get through them.
Yes.
You do want to conserve health, though.
Yes, I will say the strategy Neitzel is using will not work on the final boss, and the final boss is very cheap. So,
ooh,
we'll just have to see.
That's exciting. I like cheap. Dragon's breath. That line is just perfect.
Yeah, I did too in BC. I know what's coming.
Yeah, I'd say that, I'm excited to see what happens. With that said, I think that this is a game that is kind of, this is definitely not the best arcade game out there. It's got issues. You can walk in places Clades was doing. It's got Dragon's Breath. But this is still kind of fun. I feel like I'd enjoy playing this.
If nothing else, it's a little bit interesting. All the different monster ideas. I do appreciate that about it.
Is the final arena in this the Hippodrome?
I honestly can't remember.
Right?
You would think, right?
Yeah.
I love the little celebration Clades does every kill.
It's so good when people celebrate. It's perfect. Yeah, like the original Hippodrome was generally for racing. I mean, I guess you could go to a racetrack and stab people. That's fine. I mean, if that's what they're expecting. If they're not expecting that, they'll probably kick you out.
I mean, there's an entire JoJo fight about that.
About what?
About chariot racing and, stabbing people.
Yeah, that's season 2. Seriously, that was so much fun. Season 2 was the best JoJo season by far. And I'm saying this because I haven't seen any, I haven't seen a full season after season 2.
I would say 4 is a little better, but 2 is up there.
Okay, I need to finish 3, and then I'll go ahead and watch 4, and I'll let you know. I just don't care for stands. They're dumb. Stands are dumb.
And you're not going to like the rest of the series.
Well, yeah, it's like I didn't want Pokemon. When I was watching JoJo, I wanted fights. I didn't want Pokemon. That's all stands are. That's all they are.
I mean, they're punch ghosts, mostly, sometimes.
I don't want punch ghosts. I want people fighting.
Yeah, I can see being sick of the power of the weak concept.
Yeah, that's what Tempestral said. What do you mean by that? Power of the weak?
Or monster of the week kind of idea. Like, it's just a different gimmick every week.
Oh, monster of the... Oh, okay. I thought
Yeah,
For some
that
reason, I
kinda
thought
thing.
WEAK, and I was like, Power of the Week. Is it like, oh yeah,
Oh.
the weak ones always find a way to get through? And I'm like,
I mean, there are
yeah,
stands
I'm
about
sick
that.
of that too. Yeah, just kill him. Just kill him. Power of the Week, you're dead. No. But yeah, Power of the Week. You said Monster of the Week. That was something that was X-Files specifically.
Right.
And I actually really liked X-Files Monster of the Week's episodes. Their story episodes started getting like way boring. But yeah, I don't know. I think that like having enemies that last more than a single episode can be a little exciting, you know.
They do some of that in part 4. I feel like part 4 is when the author finally realized what stands could be and what all sorts of nonsense you could get up to with that concept.
People are saying this didn't originate with X-Files. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that you are a big fat liar. No, Mechalink, you're probably right. But X-Files may have been like the first American show to do Monster of the Week type stuff. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
I'm just thinking of Scooby-Doo now.
I guess Scooby-Doo did. Okay, never mind. There were a lot of shows that... Whatever. Just whatever. Yeah. And then there were certain shows that were like, oh, what's the Monster of the Week? And then it's always the same one. And I'm like, why do you have the same monster every time? Why? I think it was Road Rovers that kind of made me angry about that. I didn't really care for Road Rovers. I thought it was dumb because they were always fighting the same dude. And it's like, come on, it's always the same dude. Why don't you know it's him?
Evil capitalist of the week.
Evil capitalist of the week was Scooby-Doo. Yeah, I agree with that, Flannel Cat. That's a definite fireball. Is this the final boss?
No.
Oh.
The wizard is not the boss. Fireball! Ellipsis is onto the Twims.
Twims! Twim time. And yeah, Ellipsis has 123,000 points.
Yeah, that's first place.
Acid
Neitzel was
rain.
117. Alright, I disagree with how passive they're being. Come on. Come on! There we go! Come on!
Okay. Yeah, Ellipsis currently fighting the Twims, but this Twim is really defending a lot. How do you hit a Twim if they're shielding? You don't.
I don't know. They never did this for me.
Well, okay, Ellipsis got through.
Oh, okay. It just decided to die. Awesome.
Well. Ah! I just love this. Okay, the Twims are down. Let's find out. Twim Paradise is gone. Are we going to the Hippodrome? Abyss.
We're going to the Abyss.
Oh. Okay, is this the final boss?
Yes, it is.
Uh-oh.
Good luck, because he's extremely rude.
Yeah, okay, I'm seeing that so oh no! How do you even? How do you even?
You don't.
Oh, it looks like Ellipsis had a full heal. Okay.
Yeah. That's not going to help.
I mean,
You're gonna get juggled.
it's helpful in a way. Like, look, Ellipsis has done a decent amount of damage, right? That was almost half of the health. Okay, fine, whatever. Yeah,
Did I ever?
I'm not sure anybody's
tried,
gonna beat this game, but they might.
They might. I tried the sword, the halberd, and the axe, and none of them really seem to care.
What are you responding to? For the people at home watching on YouTube.
Right. So someone asked if I ever used the sword for the fight, because sometimes patterns change based on what weapon you have.
Okay.
And I tried 3 different ones. It all seemed roughly the same to me.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Novacell. I'm trying to.
Yeah, I get it.
No, I'm training you, okay? Because
I'm bad at this.
No, it's okay because like a lot of people, especially if they haven't done a whole lot of commentary, you know, just need a little bit more practice when it comes to like making things make sense for the future children, for the generations to come. Your babies will be watching this and be like, what are you talking about? And you know,
if I had babies, I'd be very confused.
Babies, okay? Your grandbabies watching you being like, oh, Grandpa did voices in this, and then they're like, Grandpa just didn't make much sense. So we got to help Grandpa Novacell make some sense to everybody. Yeah, I mean, Chad acknowledges that you're doing fine.
Idea of things that I have done being preserved for future generations is both alien and terrifying.
Yeah, that's why we do practice. We're doing it live, you know? Ice storm. Fireball. That fireball is so lazy, it just sort of drips. Blech.
Very heavy.
It's a very heavy fireball. Lightning. Oh, that lightning is brutal.
The ice is the most brutal one. I have no idea how you dodge that.
How do you even hit this nerd? Do you have to duck?
I just got up all up in his grill and gave him the business.
Yeah, honestly, it seems like jumping in, whacking him, and then just letting him do his defensive spells and cast something else is a good idea. Clades is through, though. That is a new, I think, personal best for Clades. Like, up to 87,000 points, pretty significant. Concave maybe falling behind everybody else, unless I missed it.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, the current order is Ellipsis, Needsoul, Clades, and Concave.
Yeah. Oh, Dragon. Stop it, Dragon. Stop it. You're a jerk. You're a jerk. Nobody likes dragons, okay? Actually, dragons are really bullies. Cool. They're bullies, but dragons are cool, okay? They're made to kill. They're murder creatures. That's what they do.
Well, they murder and they hoard, and I can respect it.
They murder and they hoard. Yeah. If you were a dragon, would you do more murder and more hoarding?
I would absolutely be a hoarder. I love me some gold.
I would definitely steal gold. I'd steal a lot. I'm trying to think. It really depends on how the humans are treating me, you know? Do I really want to go and ruin lives? If they're jerks, absolutely, you know? I'm a dragon.
I mean, at the same time, I can only murder someone once, barring necromancer shenanigans. I can keep collecting tribute indefinitely.
See, you can terrorize for a long time, though. Like, terrorizing is
true.
Maybe even more fun than, like, burning people to a crisp. Just scare
Maybe I just burn their houses.
Yeah, Trogdor did that. It worked. It worked very well.
Then they have to build the houses? That's stimulating the economy.
Broken window fallacy. I'm going to go ahead and let you know that you are not helping in this situation, because if they weren't spending money on rebuilding stuff, they could go and spend their money elsewhere. Like improvements. Yeah.
Okay, what if I own the building company?
That's fine. You could go and build something else. Yeah.
Now that's just unsportsmanlike.
No, it's not. It's innovation. Come on.
I'm reading Clades in Discord.
Oh, okay. Clade said that's unsportsmanlike. Well, dragons...
See, I'm learning.
Dragons do not play tennis.
They don't play tennis. However, Clades is now in second.
Yeah, Clades...
Having just passed Needsoul.
Did he just put his name as P? Classic.
He did.
Classic Clades. Yeah.
It's more classy than the names I use.
That's fair. Well, personal best. Guess what? For all of Novasol's future children, babies, they're gonna come back and be like, "Hey, Clay just named himself P." That's pretty funny. That's great.
I mean, for all we know, those could be Clades' actual initials.
It's true. What if Clades is the P? The P is stored in the high score table. You know that's where it is.
P is stored in the Kuso.
Well, in the VODs, yeah, it's definitely here. Yeah, chat is noting that there aren't a lot of horses in the Hippodrome, and I'm gonna go ahead and agree. I don't think I've seen a single horse.
There hasn't been a single horse. There hasn't been a single centaur. This game's a fraud.
There's been twins, which I really like.
There's been yeah, they just like to run you down.
Yeah, they like. What I don't understand about them, they're holding like half moons. Those seriously look like weapons that would be used by... What are they called? Klingons. By Klingons in Star Trek, okay? Those are totally Klingon weapons.
Maybe they are Klingons.
I mean, they are
Klingons
Klinging on each other and, like, standing on each other. They could be.
Yeah, this more closely tracks with how I remember this fight, which is them just, bullying me into a corner and never letting me have an opening.
Yeah, the twins are kind of mean like that. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. Chat said there aren't enough horses, then Cosmic the Dolphin says that he invented horses. I'm pretty sure that's not true. I'm pretty sure. Okay, future generations, this is not an educational stream. Just needing to let you know now, if you're in the year 2100, nobody here invented a horse. That's a lie, okay? In fact, the funny thing, though, is that horses originally were, like, dog-sized. Can you imagine,
that's what
like,
selective breeding does.
Cat, dog, like, little... I don't think it was selective
I would want a
breeding, but they were so
cat-sized
cute. A cat-sized horse? I want a cat-sized horse right now. And I do not want a horse-sized cat. Those are called just jaguars. They got way too big. Nope, scary. Go away.
Like, I would have a tiger if I could own one without it murdering me.
I wouldn't have a tiger. I prefer, like, the leopard variants. Like, cheetahs are pretty cool. And I can just wear a neck guard. Like, cheetah, they're not gonna kill you if they can't get your neck. What are they gonna do? They're nerds.
I'm pretty sure you have other places they can bite and or claw.
Like, just... Okay, I know that cats, like, if they scratch you, there's a very high chance of getting an infection. Just carry antibacterial ointments around with you all the time. Yeah, so, like, really, cheetahs, their biggest strength is that they can run fast for a very short amount of time and then go and bite the neck. And if they don't manage to do that, then they usually don't manage to get a kill. So all I need to do is, like, wear something that is very annoying or difficult or impossible to bite through around my neck. And I'm probably gonna not at least die immediately, okay? That's the biggest thing. Sure, I might lose a couple limbs, but honestly, I plan on becoming a cyborg anyway, so I'm cool with that.
I mean, that's just accelerating the timetable.
Yeah. Blech. Like, honestly, as soon as we get, like, robot limbs that are as good as human limbs, or better, I'm cool with that, okay? I need to start making some exchanges.
If nothing else, I'd like to have a nice robot spine.
I'd actually be cool with having a limb that, like a leg that's, like, 75% as good as a human leg. I would love to try that. Like, I think that would be so cool.
be cool, but at the same time, that's a choice you only get to make once.
Not really. Like, I can replace it later when they get better legs.
I mean, you can't put your human leg back if you decide you're not satisfied.
Well, no. Just wait until we get upgrades. Come on. Download them on Wi-Fi.
Look, I don't know if I want to trust replacing my leg every couple of years, given how phones work out.
All right, fine. I'm not gonna go and get a fake leg. Fine. I just want a cheetah, okay, Novasol? That's the point. I want a big cat in my house.
Wanting a cheetah is fair. You're gonna have to get a lot of big boxes for them to hide in, though.
Isn't a house just a big box? Yeah. Lightning. I love that as soon as the wizard shows up, like, whatever we were talking about doesn't matter anymore. We gotta listen to him.
Ice storm.
Yeah, I do have to say that, like, anybody watching the stream, if you are considering getting a big cat, honestly, you probably shouldn't, because it's just, like, do you have the resources? And also, they need a lot of space. Like, cats need a lot, like, house cats maybe don't need quite as much, but, like, especially wild cats often have a very large territory, and being cramped in a small house is just not the right place for them. It's just not.
No, they need a couple of miles to roam. So if you had, like, a remote farm where nobody would get murdered by you having a large cat, then sure. But other than that...
But even then, like, how are you going to make sure that the cat stays within your farm? That's not going to happen.
It isn't.
I mean, unless you have some very good fences. But honestly, it's probably just don't do it. Just don't. Okay?
It's a shame. They're very cute.
Yeah. And if you already have a giant cat, then at least take some pictures and share them with me, okay? Like, I'll be like, you probably shouldn't, but I won't judge too hard because I want to see the cute pictures. That's sort of my feeling. Like, if you're all, I will recommend and say that's not a good idea, but I want to see the pictures because I want to see the big cats. Oh.
Reminds me, in the spring I should go back to the Omaha Zoo. They have a pretty good lion exhibit.
Really?
It's surprisingly close to them, yeah.
Ooh, how close?
They were like 25 feet away from the fence the last time I went.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, they have a nice rock structure that they like to hang out on.
Yeah, I've always felt a little bit conflicted with zoos, but I've become much more, like, okay with them, mainly because, like, it's very difficult for people to care about a creature that they've never seen before, and that matters a lot. Like, if somebody is able to see something with their own two eyes and be like, that is so cute, then there's a much better chance that they'll actually help or care about conservation efforts. Like, that in and of itself is often worth it for humans, you know?
I kind of came around on the idea because a lot of big zoos like that are sort of the backbone of a lot of conservation efforts. They are really at the forefront of keeping a lot of endangered species still going.
Yeah. We also have, like, a local zoo here, which I don't think they actually help with much, like, conservation at all. But at the same time, like, a lot of the animals that they have essentially are injured to the point where they wouldn't be able to survive in the wild. And, like, so, like, being able to, like, care for them, sure, it might not be as high of a quality of life as they would have had otherwise, but still, you know, it's like, you know, what? help out where you can, you know, lift where you can. And I've come around to feel that, you know, they're imperfect, but honestly, you know, they're trying to do their best there.
All right, so we got Neitzel on the Twims, and Neitzel is a pretty good score.
I just can't take that phrase serious. On the Twims. We're on the Twims, everybody.
Bullying the Twim in the corner.
One thing about this match, everybody, if you're watching, nobody's getting eliminated by this game today. Everybody is going to be staying in because this is a 17-point match. Everybody has enough points to make it on to round 4. It's just whoever takes 4th is going to have to come first in their next match.
Oh, we got a final boss coming up. And that's a new high score. We have a lead change.
Pepperoni or sausage? Wait, who has the high score? Who was it?
Neitzel has just taken first.
Oh my gosh, Neitzel.
With 170. Oh, it's not lead change yet. I must have missed one earlier.
No. Depending on how Neitzel does on the final boss. What the crap? Neitzel has done more damage to the... Well, okay, that might not last
the down
for too
stab
long.
is legit. But you cannot get... So you cannot get behind the final boss.
Okay.
That's one of the quirks of its AI. It will just punt you to the left.
Firestorm. Oh, acid rain. So there we go. I do think that Neitzel is a little bit behind Ellipsis Break, but not
by 9,000.
Yeah.
By 9,000. That's still a strong second.
Very nice.
Yeah, I must have missed the 179.
Oh, I hate the wizard.
That wizard's a big jerk. I mean, wizards have no sense
Whatever a
of
wizard
right or
or whiz
wrong.
there was. Because of the stupid things that he says, like, I storm. Lightning. Acid rain. Seriously, just the whole ducking during the boss animation. Whatever, teabagging. We can say teabagging. That is something that is used in video games. It's about dipping bags of tea into a liquid. I swear.
Yes, that's exactly what it is, future historians watching these VODs.
Novasol's grandchildren. Novasol thinks that that's what teabagging is.
Yes, grandchildren that definitely exist.
Well, no, they don't exist yet, Novasol. They will. They might. They may or may not exist in the future. I don't know what the future is. And also, who's to say that maybe our reality splits into multiple universes where one of them has your babies? I'm talking to a very specific universe where Novasol's grandchildren exist. This universe. Teabagging
that's the split, huh?
PG. It's even G. It's G rated. I don't know.
I guess. Yeah, me having children would be such an anomaly in the time stream that it would cause a split.
Yeah, the present that we have has infinite futures, so every existence, every point in time, there are infinite split-offs. But that also assumes that all possible universes mean there's at least one. You know, who's to say that in all possible universes you have children? Maybe those are impossible universes.
Oh, that is a dead wizard on Neitzel's screen.
Dead wizard. Dragon's breath.
Yeah, Clade's also running with the battle axe.
Oh, they're so excited whenever somebody dies in Clades. I don't know if Clades has... No, Clades has taken the dragon down. It's just the freaking wizard that is the wall.
Yeah, you really gotta just down stab him with the axe. It kills him very quickly.
Yeah. Okay, well, I will probably be... What the freaking crap? Sorry, I just saw the next game, and I don't even know what this is. I don't know what genre it is. I don't know how it's going to work, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'll just go ahead and try to set up.
Oh, I know what this is. Oh, baby.
Well, okay, we'll find out later, everybody. Pay attention to the current match. Don't worry about what's coming up next or what horrors lie in store, because we only have one left.
Yeah, you don't want to miss this next game, trust me.
You don't want to miss the current game. Okay, Novosol's grandchildren. The next game is also really good, okay, so don't close the stream yet. Lightning.
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 Ice storm.
Fire tower. Acid rain.
I guess you can block the ice storm. I'm not much of a fighting game player. It never really occurred to me to try, but it makes perfect sense.
Ice storm.
I've played a decent number of fighting games by myself. Yeah. Guess what? I don't really like being confrontational unless it's a secret role game, in which case I will corner people in a hallway and yell at them until they give me information, which I did last night. It was great.
So, that sounds fun. I can't play those kind of games with my friends anymore because they always assume I'm a traitor.
Really?
Yes.
See,
it's actually pretty annoying.
You need to play with people like me because I often end up taking much more of the heat. The great thing about that game, though, is that killing good people isn't necessarily a bad thing because they can still participate in discussions and they still have influence and they can still, like, tell the truth and lie, and you get information based off of killing people. Like, Blood on the Clock Tower, easily the best secret role game I have played. And a large reason is because when you die, you're not useless. You don't just have to sit on your phone for an hour until everything else resolves. You actively participate. Yeah. But you have to have a decent number of people playing it in order for it to be good, which we did. We had so many people over last night. It was so much fun. And yeah, cornering people and, like, swearing at them until, like, I knew that they were actually telling the truth was great. But I only did that once or twice. With people I knew who could tolerate it.
The thing that infuriates my friends is I tend to play those games exactly the same regardless of what my role is. It's weird.
With that, no. Every single game that we played was so significantly different. It's so cool. Blood on the Clock Tower. Like, I'm used to every game sort of being somewhat similar, but that wasn't, because not only are there, like, with the base module, there are about 24 different possible roles. As a player, you do not know how many roles are actually in play. Maybe not 24, like something like 20 or something like that. You don't know how many are in play. Because of certain roles, you don't necessarily know how many sort of trollish roles there are. You do know that, at least when we were playing, we knew that no two people had the same role. But, like, the way that it's built is definitely created to make you, like, have to work in different ways each time you play to get different amounts of information. Like, there was one time that I played where it was best for me to get, like, my information out there as quickly as possible and then let them just kill me. And then there was one time where I was like, I want to say what I'm going through, but I might be drunk. And I don't know if I'm drunk or if this guy is drunk, or if this other guy is drunk. Three of us might be drunk, but I might also be the mayor of the town. But I might also just be really drunk, and I don't know.
I just assume the mayor of the town is drunk by default.
See, yeah, and it didn't really matter if I died and was the mayor. Like, that was one possible win condition. If I lived for a long time, I actually wasn't drunk, but I thought I was. Because of the freaking drunk librarian. I hate that guy.
So,
yeah,
we had-
it was great.
Yeah, we had Neitzel almost kill the final boss, and it's a shame he didn't, because that would have put him in the lead.
Maybe. Well, yeah, I imagine you get a whole lot of points.
You do. You get a lot of points.
Yeah.
Escorian, you have no idea what bro is talking about. He's talking about a Deception board game that he played last night.
Yeah, like similar to Secret Hitler, Mafia, the werewolf game. The best thing about it is that even if you die, you still participate. And that's really all that I wanted in my secret role games. You do not ever, like, show people what token or card that you had for your role, because the main game master takes it back, and so there's no way to actually prove or disprove definitively anything. It's so good. Yeah, Neitzel, or not Neitzel, what am I talking about? Novasol, if we ever meet up, we could potentially play it at, like, a marathon or something. Like, if
that would be a lot of
brought
fun.
it to a marathon, I would 100% play it.
I have no idea what marathon I go to. I have to... You know, now that I have a functioning spine, I do want to travel more.
Yay, your spine works.
I know, it's such a weird feeling.
Lightning.
Yeah. Lightning.
Ice storm.
Ice magic. Fear my Arctic blast.
I had memory hold that.
Well, it's back here.
I love Shining Force 3, but those voices.
Do you want an Arctic blast? I can arrange one for you, honey.
I'll fill my Arctic blast. All right, come on, you can beat the Twims. You can do it.
Now bear my Arctic blast. Oh. Wah. Best 10 players. You know what? Neitzel, like, nobody's getting eliminated, so, you know, even though this has been much more difficult for some players, like, it's still been an impressive watch for them all, and I feel like they should all be happy with how they did, even if some did better than others, because it's just been a lot of fun to watch this game. I've really enjoyed it.
I had my doubts about it, but yeah, I think this turned out pretty okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Glades, you can beat the Twims. I believe in you.
Come on, beat the Twims. They're right there. You can beat the Twims. I can't believe there are some people in chat who are saying twins when the game very clearly says that they are Twims.
Twims with an
Twim
M.
Paradise.
It's Twims Paradises.
Twin
Plural.
Paradises. Yeah. Which is a
Yeah,
D&D thing, okay? Don't ask how Data East got away with it. They just did.
Yeah, I think at this point our order is pretty set. Unless I have missed something, it should be Ellipsis in first, Neitzel right behind, and then Clades in third.
Mm-hmm.
Radama Ford is confirming the placement. All right.
Yeah, Radama Ford in chat is one of our referees. He's been helping out quite a bit. Thank you so much, Radama Ford.
Yeah, you are a big help.
Mostly, like, I don't want to put too much additional burden on people. If they're watching and, like, trying to keep track anyway, it's like, yeah, having you around to, like, give the official "that's what happened" statement is great. But we actually have the high score at the top right for some of the people anyway.
Yeah, if they reset, it emptied that table out. So I'm glad we have people keeping an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
chat jumping the gun on some Tims. Twin Tims?
Yeah, what are you doing? By the way, I changed Tim to be an emote that everybody can use. So feel free to spam that as soon as we get to that hour. That is Tim.
Tims! Let's see some twin Tims.
Twin Tims. Everybody bring in the Tims. We are done. You can bring the Tim Tams too. I've heard those are good. They're British. Oh, look at the spinning frog. Yeah, the spinning frog. I like the frog, okay? Clades, you always bring the frog. You never disappoint. If I could give you bonus points because of the frog, I would, but I can't. I mean, I guess I could. It's my tournament. Sure, Clades, you get 50 points. Not like Kuso points, just other points. Whatever. No. I think it's pretty clear who the victor is. So, Nova, what the crap? Why do I keep messing this up? Who took the victory today?
It's Ellipsis Break with 179,000.
That is such a good score. But Neitzel was not that far behind. 170,000.
170?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. After that, what were the places for Clades and Concave?
Clades was third.
Okay.
Clades got about 120,000.
Okay.
And I think Concave topped out somewhere around 70K.
Yeah, like, seriously, everybody was making some solid pushes, but I think about 40 minutes in, all of the places were pretty much decided. It's that stupid
hello,
final boss.
Brosensha.
Oh, yes, hello.
This is working.
It is working. Hello there. And welcome. Congratulations, Ellipsis. You took the victory today.
So, first question, was that the final boss I got to?
Yes,
Yeah.
that was the final
It
boss.
was. I thought so. Yeah, that guy was ridiculous.
Yeah, the rebounding chain attack
The
is
ball and
stupid.
chain.
I had no idea how to deal with that. Maybe if I had the long weapon.
My method was jumping it and down stabbing him with the axe while trying not to jump over him because that's not a thing you can do. If you do that, you get knocked to the left.
Yeah, like, I think that you were doing fairly well with some of the methods. It's just, he's a bud.
It's a cheap boss.
Yeah. NPC, by the way, was talking about this game because he's like, I like this game. Come on. And then we asked how many coins he used for the final boss. The boss is designed to be a bud, like, and to steal your money. And that's what he does.
I guess so. I'm assuming the second to final boss was also designed to steal your money, but I kind of got them as a sort of a double stun lock. It was almost a fluke that I got past it at all.
You talk about the
sometimes-
twims, right? The twim.
The
twims, yes.
Sometimes it just feels like their AI turns off, and I can't explain why, but sometimes you can just bully
Also,
them
I
into the
could have
corner.
sworn there was one moment when I saw one of them standing on top of the other one, but I would have to go back and check the
I
VOD.
saw that too.
Was that real?
Yes.
They do that, yes.
They do that, okay.
Well, they're twims. That's what they
Like,
gotta
their whole
do. You
gimmick-
gotta work together, you know?
Yeah, their whole gimmick is one of them will try to grab you while the other one hits you, but then it's not very well programmed, so sometimes they just stand there.
Yeah, but I think that you started getting that down pretty well. Just beating them a couple times really managed to get you that solid high score. Although we did have, I think, a couple people made it to the final boss. Neitzel made it there.
Neitzel made, and in fact,
So it
almost
came down to
killed
points then.
It did come down to
Yeah.
points. Neitzel actually, I believe, got the boss lower than you did, but didn't
Oh,
get
wow.
there with as many points.
Saved by the rules.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which, honestly, I was wondering if there was going to be any metagaming when it came down to racking up the most number of points. If, like, people were going to find out dealing, like, having a weaker weapon gets you more
remember
points.
I felt pretty good about my points in that run, but I was mainly just trying to get there. And I think it was an all sword run too. It was weird. I was just trying things out, and that just happened to be the time I got past the dragon and the wizard consecutively.
Okay.
Yeah, I noticed you invested it all in health power-ups, which is not a
Yeah,
bad.
that was that was basically a test run. I was trying to figure out what works and whether I should go into different things, and that turned out not to be a best strategy, but it managed to win anyway.
Yeah, honestly, like, the thing is, I was paying attention to how much damage the sword was doing. It does less damage, but it gives you the same number of points every time you hit. So, in that regard, it could possibly be the...
I wasn't thinking about per hit points at all.
I was.
Oh, that... Oh, wow.
So that might have been the deciding factor. The fact that
yeah,
each
maybe.
hit
it was an
weaker.
all-sword run. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Not just that, but having more maximum health can get you more points at the end of round calculation.
Yeah, that I figured. I just decided not to keep doing that afterward because I realized there are weapons that do 3 damage that's broken.
Yeah, and
the
honestly...
weapon...
Oh, go ahead.
The weapon I used to beat it was the battle axe, and I just kept jump attacking everything.
I honestly think that if either you, Ellipsis, or Neitzel had beaten the final boss, you would, like, that person would have taken the victory. Beating the final boss was more important. The fact that your best run had the sword rather than any other weapon, and because of that you had more health points and more, like, hit points, not like health hit points, but you know, you got more points per... because you had more hits on each enemy. That's probably what sealed the deal for you.
Probably is. It wasn't necessarily the plan, but glad it worked out.
I mean, accidentally being good is great.
Accidental strats.
Accidental, yeah, it works.
Yeah, Radama Ford is reporting that...
Finding out I could break the lizard man's shield was massive.
You can just bully him into the corner and it's over.
Yeah,
but 1 or 2 runs, I considered him harder because I thought you had to evade the shield, but it turned out you can just hit it over and over.
You can hit it a bunch, or you can duck under it and hit his feet.
I want to go ahead and say that people make fun of my math all the time, but Radama Ford is confirming in chat that I'm correct, and it's because you were using the sword that you won.
Excellent.
Heck yeah! I kicked plot. I thought of the meta strategy.
All of that planning, all of that iteration, all of those developing different routes through the enemies and which weapons and items to buy when, and it all comes down to an accident.
Yeah, accident. Well, heck, if you had beaten the boss with any of the other planning that you had, you would have gotten a new high score.
The plan that I was going for at the end that I never managed to complete was to kill the lizard man by breaking the shield, get the battle axe, use the triple damage to kill the other 2 and rack up as many gold as possible. Use that to buy the long weapon, whatever it was. Was it a spear?
Halberd.
Halberd, yes.
Yeah.
And then bring that to the final boss in the hope that it does better than having to approach all the way. That was it was an experiment, but that was the idea.
I'm
Never
glad.
got there, though. The wizard started spamming, and it was bad.
He's a butt. I hate the wizard.
There was one time he did the double fire pillar and covered my entire zone.
Yeah!
Oh, I even commented how rude that was.
Yeah!
When it happened.
It's not very nice. Well, I think that's all that I have for today. Not for today because we've got one more match, but for this match. Ellipsis Break, are you streaming anything over at your channel?
No, I don't usually stream, actually.
That's okay. I'm glad that you came here, though. Like, you are doing really well. You've got a very good chance of making it into the bracket. So, seriously, great job.
27 points now?
Yeah.
I'm very happy about that now.
I think if you get 3rd, you're a shoo-in.
Yep.
Yeah, 4th, you might have to do a tiebreaker, but
First, I can't be eliminated after round 4. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. Well, seriously, great job there, Ellipsis Break. Go have a good rest of your day and take care, Novasol. Yep. Thank you as well. I'll see you later.
Yep, see you next time.
See you later.
Bye! Well, everybody, Kusog7ande, the Bad Video Game Tournament, has one more match for today. I hope you are excited. I don't want to delay, except to say thank you, everybody who has subscribed and who has supported. Speckio, I'm glad that you let us torture you a little bit in Kusog7ande. Thank you for resubscribing after that. Trisha Bunny as well. I don't talk about it too much during the matches because I want to focus on the gameplay that is happening, but I appreciate all of the support here. I do have a lot of medical bills that I'm trying to cover, and also I want to cover prizes for when we make it to the bracket for Kusog7ande. So all of the help that y'all have given, both publicly and privately, has been extremely appreciated. And if you have Twitch Prime, you can always sub for free. And if you don't, that's okay, because you can just share Kusog7ande with your friends and let them know. And if you're Novasol's grandchildren, you can go ahead and buy me a new robot leg. I need it right now, right about now, you know, my hip hurts.